Okay, as you can see, I've got finally got a camera working. Piece together an old camera I had. Thanks to today's technology, YouTube, NASA, and amateur rocket balloon videos from around the world for making these discoveries possible. Although archaeology is just a hobby, years of analyzing the anatomy of these prehistoric fossilized creatures complete with a small shrimp prawn-like creature found in the same exact location upon the snout of every fossil has gave me the ability to easily spot fossilized remains of these creatures. Although I could not locate the photos I discovered the first fossilized creatures encased in clear quartz many years ago, until recently I couldn't comprehend why I couldn't locate a museum or archaeologist willing to discuss or even glance at that discovery I made years ago. This is an image of the Pacific, Earth-Pacific image. What I want to show you is this exactly like a pill bug or a roly-poly bug as I call them. This is a giant creature that is balled up in a ball. The Marianas Trench is right here. This is the mouth area. This is the snout area of the creature. The head is right in this area. You follow it around, you'll see that this is a giant balled up creature. And the tail is right here underneath the snout. You can clearly see the tail. Although there's lots of creatures laying here, there's countless creatures laying here. They get them covered up with clouds and hidden with whatever this is. They want you to think it's clouds. Here's one of the bars that goes across its mouth area right here. This is another creature, a large creature that has wrapped itself around the original creature that formed the Earth, which clearly shows that these creatures can survive in space. For some reason I couldn't seem to locate a clear image such as this of a look from this direction right at the Marianas Trench. Okay, this is the image called Earth Day 2014 from orbit. Global selfie Earth right now. This image here shows you a fairly clear image of the snout right here. Although you can't see the shrimp-like creature, they get it covered with a cloud right here, or whatever that is, pastel or cloud, or I don't know. Anyway, you can clearly see the snout of this creature, and you can see the creature is balled up right around here. It's up here in the northern U.S. and goes all the way up into Canada. You can see the creature's body is out here in the ocean, curled up here. You can also see the snout of that one I was just showing you on the previous image. The snout is right there. You can see the snout of a smaller one right here in this area. And the entire Earth is covered with these things, but yet they seem to cover them up very well where you can't see them. Although I can make out snout areas and tail areas of many of them throughout the world. You can see many of them in this one image right here. Although you will never see this on the space station live feeds, you'll never see a clear image of Northern America. Or matter of fact, you'll never see a clear image of any continent, as I'll show you here in a shortly. And you know, the reason they covered this, they keep this covered, is because if you knew the anatomy of this creature, and you knew in its body, in its fossilized body, where oil and gas and other precious minerals and metals were located, well, you wouldn't have to be a brain surgeon to figure out right where to drill. So that's the reason I believe that they keep it secret from everyone, and because to keep other countries from figuring out where their resources are easily. So anyway, let's go to the next one here. On your left is the stone spears in Costa Rica. On your right is the planet Mars. It took me a while to find this one that's turned just right, or pretty close to right. But this one right here, if you follow this line and you follow this line, you'll see that these two are the same balled up creatures, same type creatures, balled up in a ball. This is a small one, this one's enormous. Same creature created the Earth, created every moon and every planet that I have a clear image of in this solar system. If you'll look at all these, if you'll find these pictures and look at all this stuff in here, you'll see that these are the same balled up creatures that form both of these balls. Okay, this is a image from a rocket launch, of an amateur rocket launch, to show you how many creatures are upon the Earth that they cover up very well. This is one of the creatures laying here, balled up in a ball. That right there is the head area of the creature. The snout area is right here. You can see the snout area very well. You follow the body around and the tail begins right here, and it does come all the way back around to here. It's hard to see, but you can barely make it out. But that's a very clear image of one. This one here is from a amateur balloon launch video. You can clearly see how large this creature is. It's balled up here. This creature is massive. I mean, it's nothing compared to the one that formed the Earth and Mars and the planets, but you can see how well this creature is preserved. It almost looks as if it's alive. It's so well preserved. The snout area is here. The little shrimp, I'll tell you, the creature I'm telling you is in their snout is covered, but you can clearly see one of the eyes and the I don't know if you call it horns or whatever, similar to a lobster. You can see the tail is covered with clouds. You can't really tell much about where the tail ends over here, but anyway, and there's possibly several creatures there because you can see a snout area of another one right here. This is a video, a clip out of the video of the tour of the ISS, International Space Station. And we're fixing to take a view through the windows here. And this is supposedly South Africa. And you can just take a look around in here and see how many of these fossilized creatures are piled upon this area of the planet. Just looking through this one right here, you can see a giant one right here, one right here, one right here. You see three and one that covers well the clouds here. Look for the snout areas and tail areas, and they're apparently very hard to hide, even in, you know, with the program they have to install the clouds. I don't know if that's possible, or it could be accidental, but you see a very large one right here. Like I say, there are just so many that it is unbelievable that this is the only way you can actually see them is from orbit. You can't really make them out from an airplane window. You can see they're everywhere. There's that one back there. Got one here. Snout area of one down here. See snout area of two of them out there. One over there. One behind there. They're just covered. Just completely covered. Alright, this is Jupiter's moon low or Io. I'm not sure if it's LO or Io. Couldn't figure it out. Anyway, this is a clear image, very clear image of this moon, Jupiter's moon. And as you can see, this is a well-preserved fossil. This is an eye right here. The other eye was right there. This is the mouth area. Right here would have been the snout area. And right there is that shrimp-like creature. I'm telling you that it's in the snout area in the exact same location, exact same position on every single fossil that I've seen. Every one. That shrimp-like creature. Although right here it would be enormous. Normally in the other ones it's just a small little creature there that you can barely make out. But if you can't make out that that's a shrimp-like creature sitting right there, and that is proof that there is extraterrestrial life elsewhere in the universe, or there was, I don't know what more proof do you need than sitting right there. Now this right here, I know the anatomy of these creatures well. I've studied them for years. I've got numerous fossils of them. But this right here, I cannot explain. I have no clue what that is. It's really weird. It looks like a humanoid, upper torso of a humanoid with his arms stuck out, his head. You know, you make something out of anything, but this is not making something out of anything. This is what it is. This is a giant fossilized creature. Okay, this is a video. NASA captured mysterious dark planet-sized object as it refuels at the sun. Now, what are the possibilities that these creatures, although the creature we live upon is thank goodness a fossil, what if the creatures we live upon are alive and well in the universe and are actually able to do this right here? As you can see, this is a planet-sized object, and it clearly is refueling itself from the sun. Let's watch. Clearly see it's got something extended out there right into the sun. It's unbelievable. And there it goes. On its own power, it left there. Now the great question is, if that's the case and they can move around, and as you saw that one there, refuel itself from the sun and survive that heat, you know, what really caused the extinction of the dinosaurs 4.5 billion years ago? You know, was it one of these creatures, the last creature that came along and wrapped itself around the earth and became fossilized, died and became fossilized here? That's a good question. If we could study these creatures, if I could study them in detail and determine that yes, they are capable of surviving in space and how they survive in space, which I would really like to do that. I would really like to understand the entire creature. Just the fossils I have, you know, you can't make out a whole lot of detail. You make better detail out of some of these on the Earth. Like this is an image of the Earth from the Apollo, one of the Apollo missions, Apollo 17, I believe. Anyway, this is in 1972 they took this picture. And it's clear, you can see the snout area of a giant one right here. This ain't good detail, it's a screensaver on my screensaver. But, they have their tail is 5 times longer than their body, and after it gets past the part that's got the outer shell, it becomes a wide translucent tail with highly designed with holes in it and lines on it. As you can watch my video of one of the moons against the one of the stone spears there, you'll see that a good detail of the tail area, of the way the tail used to look. You know, the good question is, you know, when the next creature comes along, or if ever the next creature comes along to end its life and wrap itself around this planet, are we prepared to put people away from here and for many years to wait until we can come back or find another world or whatever? But I got a feeling that NASA and the elite already know this and understand this, and I got a feeling this is nothing new, but this is new to me and this is new to you. And if you take a look at our moon through a telescope, you can actually find some of these creatures on the moon also. The moon is made from these creatures just like the Earth is. Matter of fact, the face of it is actually facing us. You can look up the details of it. Although it's deteriorated and it's nothing like this, no good details like the Earth is. The answers are right here in these fossils on Earth in order to figure out this. I'm not getting any younger and near retirement, and all I need is time and money and support, and we could probably answer some of these questions. So anybody's got a lot of money and wish to donate to the cause, give me a call and let me know. And thank you for your time.